IT continues to take the center stage, right? LTIMindtree, that's one stock on our radar, reported a strong set of Q2 earnings. The EBIT margin was up 160 basis points. Our colleague Rima caught up with Venu Lambu, who is the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of the company, on their Q2 results and the outlook. Listen into what he had to say.
Yes, it's been a strong quarter for us. We reported 2.3% on dollar terms and 2.4% on constant currency. I think when we spoke last time, I guess at the end of the Q1 results, I did share my plan that we intend to reach nearer to the double digit sometime in the second half of the year. And I think, the results of second quarter essentially, pushes us in that direction. So the plan is intact. We have a good pipeline, and we're executing towards that plan. So I would say somewhere in second half, most likely in Q4.
Most likely. But beyond the second half of the year, do you think, say, FY27 onwards, on an aggregate basis, the company can hit double-digit revenue growth in its stride? I mean, is that the direction?
Look, we always want to grow faster than the industry, but I guess it's too early to talk about FY27. Probably when I talk to you sometime in January, I'll be able to give you a more directional view about the FY27. Right at the moment, we are all focused to make sure that the second half has the same growth momentum, the profitable momentum, both on we grow both on the revenue and profits, and meet our goals.
So, under the Fit for Future initiative to expand margins, what's been the extent of margin improvement, and what is the headroom?
Well, I think when we spoke last time, I did mention about achieving 100 basis points over a couple of quarters. And if you see our results this quarter, we are ahead of the plan, right? So, we're sort of already meeting the commitment that we made. But having said that, as I mentioned in our earnings call yesterday, we do see that there is an opportunity to sustain this margin and also to improve it as we get into the Q3. So, I don't want to put a specific number to it, but you can expect that we will expand margin in Q3 as well.
Okay. Your salary hikes are now going to be implemented in two phases. Half of them in Q4 and the balance in Q1, FY27. Is that correct? And again, give us the margin implications. You talk about sustaining and improving margins, but some guidepost in terms of the goalpost would be helpful.
Well, we don't give a specific outlook, but as I said, the commitment of expanding 100 basis points at the back of Q1, I think that we are ahead of the plan. And I still see a scope we can get better, both on the cost side and the kind of deals that we pick up that will help us to expand the margin in the second half of the year. Now, when it comes to the wage hike, look, I think it's important to put a context to this approach. The context is that I do believe that in the new normal, are we going to see one increment one day for all of the employees? Probably not. I think we will see an increment to be done over, more than once in a year or a couple of quarters. And in some cases, you actually, might do it throughout the year in different phases for different teams and the skill sets that we identify as important. But I think, if I just put it in the larger context of the transformation that the industry is going through, and most importantly, our company, we want to take our employees as part of that transformation journey. And, hence, we feel that once we meet those milestones, we'll reset into the new normal and how we manage the wage hikes going forward. So we announced the wage hike effective from January 1st. So we'll start giving it in phases between January and April.
Your deal wins were $1.6 billion in the quarter gone by. Can you break down how much was net new versus renewals?
Well, we don't call that out, but as you would see, most of the renewals also come with a new scope, right? So it's not a like-to-like renewal, both in terms of scope and in terms of price point. So most of the renewals have an incremental business that gets added to that.
Are there any large or mega deals that you're likely to close in the second half of the year that can materially lift growth? I mean, are you close to signing any large deals?
No, nothing that I can announce, but I can say that our pipeline is pretty strong. Last quarter, when I know that I was about to sign in in a few weeks and a month's time. I took a chance of sharing that. But as we enter into the, sort of a Thanksgiving holiday and Christmas around November and December, though there are deals which are at a very interesting phase, in the sales cycle, but I just don't want to put a timeline to say that, can we sign that in Q3 or so. But I can just assure that we have a good pipeline in large deals and we are focused in closing them.
How are the Q3 furloughs likely to be? Similar to last year or more, given the uncertainty in the environment and the fact that the tariff deal has still not been struck?
Well, at the moment, we see the furloughs to be the same as last year. There are no different variations that we see. So it's the same as last year.
Yeah. How many employees did you send, Venu, on H-1B visa this year, FY25 and last year? And what is the plan now with the hike?
Sure. It's a very small number, to be honest. It's in hundreds. This year is about 250, 300 that we had, employees moving on to the H-1B. Over the last couple of years, our dependency on H-1B has actually reduced. In US, it's about 50% of our employees are on H-1B and the rest of them are on visa independent category. We have a plan in place to strengthen our nearshore delivery. Our local hiring is getting strengthened, and I also see clients talking to us to increase offshore. They're also talking to us, to leverage a good mix of nearshore, on-site, and offshore. So I think the business will settle to its new normal. I don't see any material impact with regard to the H-1B topic is concerned.
But 50% of the US employees are still on H-1B visa. Would you like to bring it down? Because there are margin implications of paying that 100,000 visa fee.
Well, the H-1B visa fee is for the new applicants, the employees who are over there. We will work through them for a period of time, along with our customers, as and when the point of renewal comes.
The management of LTIMindtree among the top earnings reactions of the day. The stock not doing enough as of now, but still trading above the flat line. The Nifty 160 points higher now, well above the mark of 25,700. We take a short break. We focus on the crypto markets on the other side with Manisha Gupta.